Welcome to our executive interview series at FedTalks presented by FedScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here with Michelle Rudnicki, President of NetApp U.S. Public Sector. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here today.
So I'd like to start by asking, how is AI improving government operations and strengthening decision-making capabilities?
Oh, we've certainly seen a lot of our clients take advantage of AI in different ways. When I think about what Yale New Haven Healthcare is doing, they were really interested in improving their research on cancer and helping people, and they wanted to take advantage of all the information that they had in medical notes. But they wanted to do it securely, so they didn't want to use public cloud or anything like that. So they built an infrastructure where they take advantage of NetApp and our data ops toolkit, along with the Nemo retriever from NVIDIA. And they're using that to build large language models that can extract the information from these medical notes and improve their research. Right? So that's one example. We also see in the federal space, a number of the federal systems integrators and a number of the agencies are building out centers where they can have, do research, do applications. For example, Lockheed Martin has built a center called the Lighthouse. One of the things that they're testing in there, or they're researching in there, is how to do wildfire prevention, right? Detection and prevention. So it really is taking information that's available to one agency, going across all the data silos that exist, and bringing it together so that you can get the new insights. And and AI really forces the boundaries of what we need to do in order to be able to get those improved decision makings and research.
And then next, how do you see federal agencies shifting their IT investments as we head into the new fiscal year?
This fiscal year has been unlike any other that I've seen, and I've been in this business for over 3 decades. Right? Part of it with the continuing resolution that extended for over 6 months, which may happen again this year. But last year, one of the differences was the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which people didn't realize that actually was going to decrease their budget. So you started spending at the levels that you wanted to spend at, agencies started spending at the levels that they had been spending at, but then once the Fiscal Responsibility Act kicked in, it's like, okay, they had a lot less money to spend, and they've had to reprioritize and really look harder. Not that they haven't always looked for cost savings, but look harder at what they're doing. So we're seeing an increased number of requests to look at leasing or really consumption-based contracts as a service. So for NetApp, we have something called our Keystone offering, which is a storage as a service, and it's really flexible. It can be done on the customer's premise. We are doing it for some DoD customers. The Army is using it, and so we're doing it in secure environments. And what it allows them to do is pay for what they're using and be able to scale up and use OpEx money as opposed to investing their CapEx. So we're really seeing a shift over to this kind of a model.
Very interesting. And then lastly, how have you seen zero trust architectures strengthen cybersecurity within agencies you work with, especially as we're heading to this September 30 deadline to complete a lot of those milestones?
Yeah, well, so, obviously zero trust is top of mind for a lot of the agencies, and where we've been able to work with them is NetApp is a data company. We've been focused on how do you protect the data, how do you improve your resilience, whether that's your resilience in terms of operations, but really your cyber resilience. And we've designed with secure capabilities from the start. We have features for our customers like our Snap Lock, and it allows them to create a cyber vault where they can create an immutable copy of their data, right? Being able to protect it, have access to it, it prevents against things like ransomware. The other thing we do is we are very focused on obtaining certifications. We've actually got a certification from NSA, which is their commercial solutions for classified environments. It's a very hard certification to get, and I believe we're the only storage vendor that has gone through the full certification process in order to do it. But what it allows other agencies or commercial customers to do is ensure that they're getting a product that's meet to the standards to store classified data. So it's really great for us to be able to build in security from the start.
Yeah, that's a great example of how the government's really able to take advantage of commercial capabilities to their advantage. So congratulations on that.
Absolutely.
Well, Michelle Rudnicki, thank you so much for joining us here at FedTalks. Really appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.